I've used Tinkercad for a while, and yet one feature that I've never really taken advantage of or really noticed was the search box feature. This is going to let us search for certain shapes and models that other people have made and use them in our work plane. But let me show you why that might be useful. Let's say you had to make a neighborhood scene in your work plane, make a neighborhood 3D model. So I would start with these boxes. I'm going to drag 2 boxes into the project, and I'm going to make both of them bigger by clicking on one of the squares and holding down shift and dragging out, and that will make it bigger evenly in all dimensions. So these boxes are going to be my 2 houses, and we can focus on how to make the houses in another video. But in my neighborhood, I'm going to want a lot of things. I'm going to want trees, I'm going to want a street, I'm going to want cars. And if I tried to make all of that in the work plane, that would be a lot of work, especially if I haven't even made the houses yet. But if you use the search box, click on that, I can now search for parts of my neighborhood scene to add that other people have made. So I'm going to search for car and click enter. And if I scroll down a bit, there's a whole bunch of kind of not really car related options that pull up, but near the bottom, there's a basic car model. So I'm going to click and drag that into the project. And you'll notice this is just like any other model. You can rotate it however you would like. You can move it using the arrow keys. You can make it all one color. You can turn it into a hole if you wanted to. I'm going to make this car smaller, and I'm going to add 1 car for each house. So I'm going to move this one in place, duplicate it, and with the copy, I'm going to move it by the next house. So you can see that even if I want to focus on the houses, the rest of the neighborhood scene is going to be easier to add. I don't have to worry about the cars. Well, I also don't have to worry about the trees. I'm going to type in tree in the search box, click enter, and a whole bunch of tree options pull up. They have an evergreen tree here, they have a Christmas tree here, and my favorite one is actually this one in the top right. If I drag that over to the project, now this tree is kind of oddly colored, but it does look pretty realistic. So I'm going to change it to green, and I'm going to make it bigger. And what's cool about this particular tree model is it has a randomizer, so it can look different. You can make it look different for every tree. So let me duplicate a few trees into the project. So I'm going to click on this, duplicate, and move one of the new trees into the project. And if I didn't want this tree to look the exact same as this one, I can just slide the randomizer and change that a bit, like that. I'm going to move this tree to the back. And now I'm going to duplicate a few more trees. I'll add maybe 1 more for the front of this house, and maybe 1 more for the backyard of that house there. So you can see my neighborhood scene coming together, and yet I'm not having to worry about what the trees look like or the cars look like. Let's add 1 more thing. I'm going to add some benches. I'm going to type in bench. And I like this wooden one here. I'm going to drag it into the project. Like always, I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm going to put 1 bench in front of each house. I'm going to duplicate and add it to the next house. And you can see how much easier my task is of making this neighborhood scene. I don't have to model the car by hand or the trees by hand or the bench. Instead, I can just focus on the house, which is in fact what I'm going to do in another video. But this is a really useful feature of Tinkercad. I could have done all of this myself by just using the basic shapes here, but Tinkercad makes it to where you don't have to do that. And I hope you guys can take full advantage of the search box feature.